When I was a kid, you couldn't blame our fascination with guns on television. There was no television in Crocus yet. It was the older boys who handed down the rituals, and there were those among them who took gun games very seriously. Tuggy McIntyre was bigger and older than the rest of us. That made him impressive. He was older than us in other ways. He smoked cigarettes, cursed a blue streak, and he didn't even go to school. He was unpredictable, too. That made him a tough kid. Someone you didn't mess with. Someone, when you were 10 years old, you'd give just about anything to be friends with.
Get him.
This gun is loaded with dum-dums. Any last requests? Dum-dum?
You can't do that. He's a prisoner of war now.
He's a prisoner caught escaping. That's different. Hey, Osborne, get over here. You do it.
Me?
Yeah, come on, do it. Kill him.
Bang!
No, not bang. Boom! His guts are splattered all over the place now. Yeah!
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 Woo!
Yeah!
Way to go!
But you had an over-under when you were 10.
I was living on my own, kid. I needed a gun.
Well, I need a gun, too.
For what?
Well, for hunting.
I don't know who said anything about hunting. I need a box of 30-30s and a license, please, Molly.
High velocity?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you use dum-dums, Jake?
You mean hollow point? As they splatter when they make contact, it ruins the meat. Well, Molly, I heard Repeat yakking about some fancy new Mon liquor you brought in here.
Four-power scope. Slope-away cheek piece, accurate to 300 yards.
Fit for a king, huh?
Mm.
How much?
300.
Price for a king, too? Well, I guess Albert Ricky's the only one in town that'd pay that much for a rifle.
That's what I'm hoping.
Mr. Ricky hunts?
Oh, he hunts all right. I like to be about 3 coulees over and behind a big rock. Not that he's ever hit anything.
Can I hold it? Please, just for a second.
All right. Put that on your shoulder. Suck it up real tight. Look through that scope. You see those crosshairs?
Tuggy, if you finish sweeping up, you can take those boxes of stationery over to Mr. Ricky.
Why don't you give him a hand there, Ben? How's Tuggy doing?
Well, I don't know if we'll make a businessman out of him, but he sure seems to like this more than he liked going to school.
Well, good for you for making the effort. Lord knows he doesn't get much guidance at home.
Not unless you consider the business end of his father's belt guidance.
I heard that.
You know, it must be hard for Ed McIntyre raising his kids alone. But my dad did it, and Julia's doing it, and I know it can be done without raising a hand.
Jake. Hey, Molly. I picked up that crate for you in Weyburn.
Great.
So where would you like it?
Put it back in the storeroom. Wait till you see this.
How much is Molly paying you?
$1 an hour.
Wow, what are you gonna do with all that money?
Buy a big car and drive to the ocean. Get out of this dump.
It's cathode tube. Yanks had him in Italy.
People are calling them television sets.
What's wrong with a radio?
Nothing. But wouldn't you like to see Jack Benny?
I've seen Jack Benny, and the horn blows at midnight. He sounds a lot better than he looks. How much is this thing?
$3.18.
Well, I guess there's always Albert. Make him a package deal with that rifle.
Can't do that. This set's already sold.
Who?
I promised I wouldn't say.
Well, should we see if this thing works?
Where does a jellyfish get its jelly?
Oh, I don't know.
Ocean currents.
You know any more, Joe?
What do you call two spiders that have just been married?
Oh, I don't know.
Newly wept.
Why can't I have a gun, Ma?
Because I said so.
Jake had one when he was 10.
He doesn't need a gun. He can learn to shoot mine.
I can?
My feelings about guns are well known, Jake.
Well, guns are perfectly safe as long as you know how to handle them.
He's too young.
To learn to be safe with a gun? Well, I'd worry more about him if he was running out with his friends unsupervised, which is what happens.
What are we talking about here?
Well, just plinking a few tin cans with a .22.
And what's all this about the deer hunt?
I'd like to teach him what I know about it. He won't be doing any shooting, though. Not this year, anyway.
Guns kill people. That's all I know about them.
Well, the only way to be safe around a gun is to know how to use it.
You be careful.
So, how many channels you got?
Well, there's a signal from Minneapolis that we should pick up, and another one from Toronto, and new stations are popping up like mushrooms.
We should start, Molly.
Okay. Well, hello, everyone, and welcome. Today is a big day for Crocus. Somewhere, thousands of miles away, a camera is taking pictures and transmitting them to us as I speak. Let's see what's going on in the world.
Quite the draw you got here.
Only set in the region.
How much?
$3.18.
I'll take it.
Can't. It's mine.
Got another one?
They're on back order with our manufacturer. It'll take a few months.
You got yourself the dealership or something, Molly?
As a matter of fact, we have.
What do you mean, we?
Well, Henry has decided to back me. We're partners.
Electronics. It's the future, Albert.
Well, I want one of these, and I don't want to wait a few months to get one either.
I'll see what I can do. Oh, by the way, I've got a sharp new Mannlicher hunting rifle in the store.
Yeah, so I heard. Maybe Henry will buy that, too.
Bolt, chamber, hammer, trigger. Now the shell goes in like this. Bolt closes the chamber. Cock the hammer like this. She's ready to fire. Rule number 1, always point the gun in the air or at the ground. Never at anyone, even if you know it's unloaded, understand? All right, now rule number 2, never cock the hammer unless you've got the gun pointed right at your target. All right, give it a go. Good. Now, cock the hammer. And now keep your finger off the trigger unless you're ready to shoot. Okay, now take a bead on that can. Rest the bead in this notch here. Okay, line it up. Take a deep breath. And squeeze.
I got it! I got it!
I don't believe that. You show me you can do that again.
This is amazing.
Okay, cock the hammer right. Breathe deep and squeeze.
Yes!
Let me try that.
You missed.
I don't think we hooked up those rabbit ears right.
Oh, Minneapolis is channel 7.
I think I see something. No, back the other way.
You know, first time I heard, I thought nobody in their right mind to buy one of these. Nobody in the right mind. And now I hear that 2 of the sharpest entrepreneurs in Crocus have partnered up to bring the darn things in.
That's right. And Moses here is our technical advisor.
For 20% of the profit.
This is the future, Repeat.
How about now?
Well. I'll have a hot turkey sandwich, a raisin pie, ice cream, and coffee. Please. Johnny, Esther, come on and pull up a stool. We got ourselves a horse in here somewhere.
Guys pick sides yet?
Yeah, all of us against you 2.
Sure, why not? We can take you.
German Luger.
Moses brought it back from the war.
Does that stupid thing shoot?
He took out the firing pin. You can still make it click, though.
Let me see that.
can't. I'm not even supposed to have it out here. My uncle would kill me.
Now we can pick sides.
Give it back.
Jake says you never point a real gun at anyone. It's not funny. I shot a real gun today. I know what they can do.
Yeah? What kind of gun did you shoot?
22
What were you shooting at?
tin cans.
I think I'm gonna faint from all the excitement.
I'm going deer hunting.
Bull.
Jake's taking me out to Two Bunch Creek. He's got a big buck picked out there.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get me a deer this year, too.
Or not.
You watch. I'm gonna shoot one right in the head. So who's on my side?
Me. Give me back the Luger.
Make me.
Give me the gun, or I'll tell your dad. Let's go.
Interested in a new deer rifle, Julia? I'm a little overstocked.
How many have you got?
One.
I'm afraid I haven't got much interest in guns.
Neither is anyone else in Crocus, apparently.
Well, they all seem to be enthralled with the television set.
I know. It's amazing, really, considering the fact that they weigh half a ton, they take months to arrive, and, well, they appear to have the entertainment value of a blizzard in a box. If promise ever turns into profit, we will be rich.
Well, I'm glad to hear it.
Me too. Because I just got another letter from Gregory. He's coming out here.
That is wonderful.
Wonderful. Yeah. And a little frightening.
Frightening?
Well, the man wants to come out here and write books about folklore. If I end up marrying him, I could be supporting both of us for the rest of our lives.
Well then, you'd better let me buy a few things and make a contribution to the cause. I need coffee, peanut butter,
You know what you did?
Took something that didn't belong to me.
And I know you know how wrong that is. You know, and yet you went and did it. Why?
Tuggy McIntyre's always bragging about stuff. I just want something to show the guys.
You mean you wanted something so you could show off? Lazarus, it bothers me that you showed me no respect by going into my room and taking what wasn't yours. But what bothers me more is that you took it to impress your friends. If this is what it was meant for, I'd have it hanging on a wall, Not in a shoebox under my bed. This is for remembering, not for bragging. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go home.
Tuggy, it's almost closing time. I've got some rush deliveries to make. Could you lock up for me?
I guess so.
It's a big responsibility.
Oh, I'll take good care of them.
Okay. Well, the one with the red dot's for the back door. So when you're done sweeping up, just put them in the drop box. I'll get them Monday morning, okay? Thanks.
Anything?
Anything?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Are you coming to church with us?
Yeah.
Anything now?
Anything now?
Anything now?
Nothing.
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 I'll go in and get Henry.
Okay.
Looks like you need some help there, Henry.
I've got Molly and Moses out there.
No, I mean, help.
Forecast cloudy and windy today with gusts up to
Yeehaw!
Well, I'll be.
Do that again, Julia.
I think you ought to save prayer for bigger things, Henry.
Ben, do you understand why your ma's not too fussy about guns?
Sort of.
Well, it's 'cause of your dad.
I know. All I want to do is shoot a few rabbits and geese and deer.
It don't matter. She takes one look at you with a gun, she thinks about the day she said goodbye to your father on a train platform. So just be patient and show her you respect firearms and she'll come around. And I want you to make me a man's promise right now that you'll never ever do anything stupid with a gun.
I promise.
Atta boy. Let's try this way up here.
Careful now, Patrick, careful. It's the walls that need the painting on them, not the floors, the walls. Opening day, deer season, coming up fast, fellas, coming up pretty fast. Are you planning on getting in the pool, Albert?
Depends, how much?
Oh, we upped her to 15 this year, at $15 per shooter.
I'm good for it.
Yeah, count me in too. I mean, what's $15 for the privilege of being able to say you lost to Jake Trumper? Again!
Well, that's been the story the last couple of seasons, hasn't it?
Remember that animal he took in last year? 7-point buck up that valley.
Oh, yeah, old Jake, he can shoot the eye out of a snake.
Yeah, he says he's already got his buck picked out this year.
Oh, you bet. Told me all about it. How about you, Albert? You got yourself a buck picked out this year? Got yourself a big one this season, have you?
Could be.
Yeah, well, you know, it might be a lot easier to hit with that fancy new Monlicker that Molly's got in.
Yes, sir. I took a look at that rifle myself. That is a rifle.
Yeah. Yeah, an expensive rifle like that ought to be able to aim, load, and shoot itself.
Just a thing for Albert, then. Just a thing.
Very funny. Just wait and see who comes home with the biggest buck on opening day.
Now, the first time I saw my buck was right in here. See, he likes to bed down in that grass over there. You can make out his shape. You see? He's marking his territory with his rack. Stay away, he's saying. This is my valley. Whoa, no, don't touch. We don't want to leave our scent around here. Come on, I'll show you where we're going to build the blind. Well, that sounds like a deer rifle, doesn't it? Doesn't make sense, though. Season doesn't open till Tuesday. Probably Albert Ricky out doing some target practice, spooking every animal in the territory.
You were up at 2 bunch yesterday, weren't you?
You know I was.
Doing what?
Killing a big, huge deer.
Yeah, right. What'd you try to do? Sneak up from behind and run it over with your bike?
Shot it with the fancy Monlicker. I snuck it out of the store.
You're lying.
Meet me at the clubhouse at lunch. I'll prove it.
All right. Me and Lazarus are coming out.
Just you. Lazarus has a big mouth.
So, where are you hunting opening day, Albert?
I haven't decided yet. Where's Jake setting up?
What? I'm not at liberty to say. Now, I could tell you, but I won't.
My guess he's going to set up in that draw near 2 Bunch Creek.
Who told you that?
I'm right, aren't I?
Well, I never said a single thing. Not a single thing. But my lips are sealed. Sealed.
Thanks, Repeat.
Oh.
You did this?
From about 100 yards back.
How do I know you didn't just do it with a jackknife or something?
Believe me now, don't you?
You're crazy.
You should have seen me, Osborne. I lined it up in the sights, let it just a little because he was walking pretty fast, and then blam! I let him have it, and Mr. Deer goes. Oh, and then he sort of hops and stumbles and drags itself off into the trees with his head turned over like this.
You left him wounded?
Look at the sign. Dum Dum puts a hole this big in him. The thing will be long dead by now. The magpies and coyotes will already be fighting over it.
This is awful.
You say anything to anybody, and I'll pound your face in, Osborne.
I'm going.
When was it the signal got better?
The first time we turned it on. And then when Repeat came in. And then again when Julia was here.
Okay. Now we've actually isolated the 3 incidents. All we have to do is come up with the similarities in the 3 situations.
Oh, come on, Moses. The set is just a dud.
Now, Henry, as your technical advisor, I must insist that you pay attention. We all have an investment in getting this thing working. Now, let's recreate the events. Where was it that Repeat was standing when the audio cleared?
He was standing over there.
So, more or less, the same place the crowd stood that first day.
Yes.
And Julia, where did she stand?
Same place, more or less.
Wait, do that again.
Deer season opens tomorrow, Molly.
Indeed it does, Albert.
I'd like a license. I see nobody's bought that rifle yet.
Not yet. Sign there.
I also see your prices come down a smidge. Getting a little desperate? Okay, let's have a look at it. Nice weight. Good balance.
What?
Used gun.
No.
Try it for yourself. Carbon deposits in the barrel.
That's impossible.
Kind of sheds a new light on things. What are they worth used?
I have no idea.
Find out for me, will you?
We can talk long as we keep it low. Tired?
Didn't get much sleep last night.
Excited, eh?
Sorta.
I remember my first hunt. I was out with Joshua left hand. It snowed and snowed. We got caught out with no gear. We had to sleep on pine boughs in a cave.
You get a deer?
No, we didn't get a deer. We've never been skunked since, mind you. Feels strange to be out with someone else. We normally hunt alone.
Why?
Oh, I don't know. I just never had anyone I cared to keep company with on a hunt, I guess. Till now, of course. All right. Now, remember I told you that animals move with the light. Now, our buck is probably gonna come down through those trees right through there. I didn't know we had elephants in Saskatchewan.
Sorry, Jake, I didn't see you. Dandy, blind. Well, I guess I'll just go down, get myself set up somewhere down near the creek. Good luck to you.
No, you don't, Albert. Get back here. Stay here with us. If you didn't scare every animal out of this valley on your way in here, you're sure gonna do it on the way out. Now get in here.
Tuggy, come here a minute. Look, I could beat around the bush and be nice about this, but I'm really too upset to do that right now. When I left you here to lock up the other night...
Yes, ma'am?
Did you take the rifle out of the store?
Pardon me?
The rifle.
No, ma'am.
Somebody took it out and fired it, and it wasn't me, and you're the only other person who had the opportunity.
I didn't do it, honest to God.
I don't believe you.
I told you, I didn't do it.
Don't lie to me, Tuggy. What do you think your father's gonna say when he finds out about this?
I don't care what he'll think. I don't care.
You're fired. Get out of my store.
Well, it's been hours. Any deer with a brain would be long gone. But I suppose we could sit here for a while and tell stories instead.
That's the best part.
Pour me a coffee, kid. And I'll tell you about a dreaded disease you can catch out here.
What kind of disease?
Buck fever. Ever hear of it? Comes in waves as soon as a deer walks into view. He stands there. It's like he's sending you some kind of message. He's saying, "Here I am, Mr. Hunter. You look at me, most beautiful animal in the forest." Well, start feeling it up here, cold, prickly sweat in your scalp, and the waves trickle down your arms into your hands. Your palms get all sweaty. Pretty soon, you're aware of your own breathing. Sometimes your trigger finger gets real itchy. You start shooting anything that moves. But sometimes your trigger finger freezes. And there he is, just staring right at you. But you can't shoot him because he's sending you these brain waves that paralyze you. That's buck fever. Very, very spooky.
Is this a real disease, Jake?
Oh, yeah. Real. Just you wait till you get out here with a gun in your hands and you see that beautiful animal standing there in the morning light. Just you wait. Isn't that so, Albert? What in the hell are you shooting at?
I'm not sure. I think it was a buck. A huge buck. 8, 9-point rack at least.
Come on, we better make sure you didn't shoot at another hunter. Well, whatever it was, you missed.
Jake! Over here!
I got him.
I got him! I got him!
Oh, no. It's not a buck at all. What have I done?
No, Albert, you didn't do this.
I didn't?
This animal's been dead for at least a day. Somebody gut shot her and left the poor thing here to die.
Must have been somebody hunting out of season.
This ain't hunting.
You know we'll be lucky to get $50 for the TV.
If you want to be a success, you have to be willing to take risks.
I'm willing, Henry. I'd just like one of them to work out.
Things could be worse.
Sure they could. We could have bought 2 television sets.
Well, I guess I better get back to the cafe.
Sure, I'll see you later.
You didn't tell my dad. If he'd have found out, he would have... Why?
Well, you may not believe this, Tuggy, but I think there still may be hope for you. And I thought maybe if someone was on your side, you might be able to change your ways.
What's the catch?
There's no catch. Look, you're not a stupid kid, even if what you did was an incredibly stupid thing.
Well, maybe I'm not as smart as you think, because I still don't get why I'm not being punished.
Well, how do you feel about what you did?
I don't know.
Don't you?
Okay, I wish none of this would have ever happened. Stealing the gun, killing the deer. I wish I had my job back.
I can't do that, Tuggy. That's the punishment. You lost my trust.
This looks good, Jake. Thank you.
Yeah. We went out for a big 9-point buck, come home with a rabbit. Well, we'll go out again tomorrow, eh, Ben?
I don't want to shoot anything. After seeing that deer, I don't know. I don't like it.
Well, you know the part about hunting I always like best? Just being outside, fresh air, all that peace. You don't have to carry a gun for me to teach you what I know about that.
Sounds good to me. What do you think, Ma?
Sounds good to me, too.
We didn't see much of Tuggy McIntyre after he lost his job at Molly's. He went to work for his dad on the farm, but that didn't last and he ran away. He never came back to Crocus. Maybe stealing that hunting rifle had been the beginning of the end for Tuggy. Or maybe he made it to the ocean the way he planned and pulled his life together. Maybe the story of the deer he foolishly shot that autumn in Crocus is one he tells his own boys now. It would be nice to think so anyway.
Anything?
Well, no.
You aren't going to believe what I just heard. I aren't going to believe it at all. Lester Rouleau's uncle died, left him a deed to a gold mine in the Yukon. A gold mine.
Not gold, Repeat. Tin. I heard it was a tin mine.
No, I'm sure it was gold.
So it's about gold.
Amos Rouleau, Lester's uncle.
I thought Amos was Lester's grandfather.
Virgil is his grandfather.
Virgil Rouleau's no relation to Lester at all.
Of course he is. All the Rouleau are related.
No, well, not the swift current Rouleau. I mean, they wouldn't know Lester if they tripped over him. Not if they tripped right over him.
Ephraim Hepworth had the tin.
I don't know how any of you can even hear yourselves think.
Are you kidding? The Hepworths hate that clinker piece.
Well, that's pretty
As it turned out, TV was still a few years away from making a big impression on our town. But even after the reception got better, company and conversation was still the favorite form of entertainment in Crocus.
It was the Wentworth. It was the Wentworth. Come on.
Oh, you know what?